Welcome to episode 3 of my Best Attacks from Farming Session series. I've made it to Masters 2 League, and I'm staying between Masters 2 and Masters 3 right now, just from the my Dark Elixir farming strategy. Um, there's this base that was trapped. Usually, when you see trapped bases, what I do is try to lure the CC because it's a very easy lure. In this case, he didn't have any CC, and then you take out the defense from the outside going in. I put a jump spell on a rage so I could get into the dark elixir. So that's basically all I wanted was a dark elixir. But in this case, I also got the town hall, which guaranteed me the win. And not only did I get the dark elixir, but then with the win, it's a bonus from Masters 2 League, which is 700. So there's a lot of dark elixir from this raid. Yeah, so this episode is loaded with a lot of dark elixir raids, and that's because that's all I'm going for mainly. I mean, I did get gold, but like I wasn't necessarily going for the gold. It was just a byproduct of trying to get the dark elixir. In this case, but if there is gold, like I'll still I'm not gonna ignore it, you know. But when there's a choice between going for the dark elixir or the gold, I'll go for the dark elixir. And the same thing with elixir and gold. If I have a choice between going for elixir or gold, I'll probably go for gold just because of I need more of it for the defenses and walls, while elixir is just the walls and the research lab. So yeah, in this case, I got the dark elixir from the drills on this dead tunnel 10 base, but I couldn't manage to get the 50%, although I did try. I do lose my league eventually because you find less and less snipes as you go up, but but how I lose the cups is by finding raids like this where I'm going directly for the dark elixir, but I can't necessarily guarantee the 50%. So therefore, I lose more raids than I win in terms of the snipes because I find less snipes, and then eventually I might lose my league. But right now I'm very stable at Masters 3, and then sometimes, depending on the time of day that I'm farming or whatnot, or if I get lucky, even, then I might go to Masters 2 just by chance, just by finding a lot of back to back to back snipes. But in this case, it was another loss, but a lot of Dark Elixir. So here's another raid where it's a snipe, so this is perfect. Except that he had Teslas, so it was a trapped talent snipe. So I had to put quite a bit of barge on the town hall where I would normally just put like two archers or or more, but depending on how much time I've been searching. But in this case, I would have just put two archers and then allocated the rest of my barge towards getting the dark elixir. So right here, I focus my the rest of my troops on the dark elixir drills up north, and I got two of them, and I put a rage here just for safe measure to try to because this one was a little bit deeper than the other drill. So yeah, I even put my CC down. But then I was only left with a couple of archers, and it wasn't enough to get the Dark Elixir drill on the southeast. But I did get 2,700 Dark Elixir plus the bonus from the snipe, so that was a good raid. Here's another. This was kind of a snipe. I mean, it was, but it's the town hall was inside walls, so that's where archers are more useful than barbarians. But the barbarians were still useful because they tanked against the mortar and the cannon. And then after I got the snipe, then I went for the dark elixir on the top. I had a jump spell, a rage, and two lightnings. So I don't know. Sometimes you just have to go for it, even if it seems that it's not likely, because you have to experiment. Because how are you ever gonna know if you could get to, um, if you could get, if you could burrow your troops more inside the base if you don't try. So right here I tried, but I failed to get the last drill. But I did get 2k Dark Elixir and then plus the bonus. Here's another raid, Dead Base, Tunnel 10. The drills are exposed, but I have to allocate a bit of my troops and probably. And then after I first my main thinking is go for the dark elixir, and then if I have extra troops, then I'll go for the remaining loot, which in this case was a lot. So first I allocated all my troops, or most of my troops, to just the drills. So I wanted to make sure I got that before anything, because even if I lose the raid, or if I don't get all the golden elixir, I want to get as much as dark elixir as I possibly can. So that's my main reasoning behind just going for the dark elixir. So then once I got the dark elixir, I had like 35 troops or so remaining, and then I went for the gold. And then yeah, there's I missed one gold mine on the west side, but I just ignored it. I could have put my CC on it, but I decided to save my CC for another day or another raid. So here was another raid, a dead base, drills on the well, one drill on the outside, and then another drill on the east side, inside of the walls, high level walls. But I just put my barge on it, and the archers shoot right over the walls and get the dark elixir. And then once again, I have all the dark elixir that I could get from this base, and that's when I go for the extra loot. And this extra loot, I use it on defenses, research lab, and then the excess of that, I use it on the walls, and that's how I upgrade my walls. And by excess, I mean if I have, let's say, my research lab is about to be finished, and it takes 6 million gold, or not six. Well, that's a bad example. But let's say it takes like 3 million gold. I mean, not 3 million gold, 3 million elixir, but I have 6 million elixir. That means I could use 3 million on a wall, and then the other 3 million I could use on the whatever I'm upgrading in the research lab. And the same thing goes for defenses. If something costs, let's say, 3.5 million and I have 6.5 million, that means I can use 3 million on a wall, and then the rest on the defense. But yeah, so I still go for the gold and the elixir even when I'm farming dark elixir. Just that my main focus is dark elixir, because there's some raids where there's like a lot of gold and elixir, but there's no dark elixir. So what I really want is a dark elixir, and the reason for that is because I just want to upgrade my heroes, because once my heroes are at a high level, like a very high level, like in the high 20s to, and then once Talent 10 in the high 30s, then farming will just be super easy compared to before, because then I'll have my heroes, and they'll be high level, and then I could also do war. But here's a storage, dark elixir storage, which was in the first layer of the walls. And so yeah, that was easy to get to. But then I only had 4 troops remaining to get the 2 other drills, and that wasn't going to be enough. So yeah, I just looked at. I wish I had lightnings perhaps to zap the drills. But yeah, it was a good amount of dark elixir. This one was good because it's a snipe. So the first thing I did was just put the snipe, and then I saw there's 2 drills and the dark elixir in the center. So I was like, maybe I could get to it, especially since it's a Town Hall 8. I put the 2 lightnings on the mortar just because I had the lightnings, and the mortars do rip apart barch because of the splash damage. So I put a jump spell, a rage, and that's just to get inside the core, because that's where the dark elixir is. And then I just put the rest of, I just spammed my barge onto it, killed the king, and there I got to the core and got the dark elixir with the bonus. So that's again, right here I was in Masters 3, so the bonus is only 500 dark elixir as compared to 700 in Masters 2. And the reason I lost my league is just from finding a lot of good raids that I couldn't necessarily win. So I lost a lot of cups. And on top of that, whenever I go offline, I lose a couple cups, depending on whether they snipe me or not. So yeah, so here's my base. My king is upgrading to level 21 soon. My queen is going to level 20. And I just upgraded my poison spell in the lab, so that I need a lot of dark elixir to farm tonight. But here's my profile. You can see I haven't been doing too good in war, as you can probably tell from not having heroes. But I do go for different attacks, usually the loon or go wipe, those type of things. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Hello, guys. This is Enner. Welcome to another episode of my best attacks from my farming sessions. This is episode 2. So yeah, here's